What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to EP09. So we have another report here of an athlete that's facing a visa issue, and this is all coming at a very critical point in time for bodybuilders. We are less than 2 weeks out from the Olympia, you guys, and it looks like we'll have another competitor that will not be able to attend the greatest stage in bodybuilding. Hasan Alibrahim, I tried my best, you guys. He's a classic physique athlete that qualified for the Mr. Olympia by winning the Balkan Grand Prix Pro, and it's now being reported that Hasan's visa was denied due to the fact that he's from Syria. And you guys, you know there's a lot of conflict happening in that part of the world right now. So this is yet another competitor that is denied their ability to compete with the best of the best despite being qualified. Beirut Tabani being on that list, of course, we all know about that. Now the Nathan Diasha thing, that's a visa issue for other issues, I feel. But after what Nathan had to say about how he feels the Olympia needs to step in and do something to assist athletes with travel issues, shortly after the fact, the Olympia released its own statement regarding this issue. And it's a bit of a long statement here, you guys, but basically what this says is the Olympia is aware and recognizes the situation. They also recognize how complicated of a situation immigration can be, and that's dependent on an athlete's home country, political climate, and personal history, as they say here. And they mention here that athletes are given Olympia invitation letters, which often go along with visa applications as supporting documentation, and that's their proof of their reason to visit the United States. Now, the big takeaway from this is that the Olympia basically says that immigration issues are not something that they can help with. Actually, they say it right here that it is far beyond their control. The fact of the matter is, just because bodybuilding is popular all over the world and is growing in popularity, it does not change the fact that it is still a relatively small sport. And the real fact of the matter is, and this has been a point of contention in professional bodybuilding basically since, anabolic steroids came out, it is an event that basically looks the other way given the fact that 99% of the pros are using anabolic steroids, which is illegal in the United States and a lot of other countries. Sporting events lose credibility over the use of steroids, and that's just how it is. So anyway, they go on to say that they are exploring opportunities to bring the Olympia experience to other countries. I mean, that could be open to a certain amount of interpretation. They don't say that they are considering hosting the Olympia in any other country at this point, but we can discuss that further after we get through the 2023 Olympia. But in the long term, it seems that the conversation regarding this issue is far from over. Alright, so next up, we have another athlete that is being denied his chance to compete on the Olympia stage, but for a much different reason. 212 competitor Mazan Rahbi, he's been issued a suspension from the IFBB Pro League following his appearance at an event that was not sanctioned by the Pro League. Apparently, Mazin was being interviewed on stage at a bodybuilding competition that may have been a PCA Pro League show. I can't confirm that entirely, but it was an event hosted by a competing bodybuilding federation, and he was asked on stage about his upcoming Olympia showing. Apparently, it was around that time that he hit a couple of shots on stage with his shirt off, and that is what resulted in the suspension. Now, he actually qualified for the Olympia by winning the Dubai Pro that just recently took place, but Mazin took to his Instagram to offer his own thoughts on the matter. You guys can check it out here.
I just want you to understand that I'm all good, baby. I'm all good. I made a mistake. I take full responsibility. Okay, I just need to get better. That's it. I need to learn the game, get better, and win. That's it. See you next year.
Now, within the comments section of the post that Bison Tries made about this on Instagram, you guys gotta go give Bison Tries a follow if you haven't already. A lot of people were saying how basically this is kind of bullshit and he really didn't do anything wrong in particular, especially since it wasn't a traditional guest posing and he was not being paid for that appearance. I did read some things about how he just kind of got up on stage and it wasn't kind of a planned thing and that's how it all went down. But anyway, Joel Thomas, another fairly prominent IFBB pro, he actually chimed in the comments section and he clarified it's right in the IFBB Pro League contract. You can attend, but you cannot promote or pose at another show hosted by a rival organization. And we've been talking about political influence in bodybuilding quite a bit lately, and this does tie into the political influence that can exist in bodybuilding. However, this is from no outside governmental force. This is the IFBB Pro League saying, you will compete in our organization, you will support our organization, or there will be consequences. He signed on the dotted line, he agreed to the rules, and like he said himself, he needs to learn the game. He needs to get better. And look, he's not talking about his physique when he's saying that. His physique is kind of, honestly, irrelevant at this point. He doesn't have a bad physique. I think he's got some potential, but he wouldn't be pushing for any of those top spots on the Olympia stage either at this point. But look, all he can do is learn from this situation. Take the suspension on the chin and come back in 2024. So you guys let me know your thoughts on this suspension in the comments below. Alright, so last up today, you guys, in more Olympia news, the Mr. Olympia LLC has officially announced just hours ago that they are officially changing the rules for athlete qualifications. Specifically, the rule that says the top 5 in the Open automatically qualify for the following year's event. So I will read this entire statement for you guys here because this changes the game when it comes to the entire 2024 competition season. So it reads here, who automatically qualifies for next year's Olympia? Here at the Olympia, we pay close attention to the hundreds of Olympia qualifier events held around the world. In recent years, the top 5 finishers in the Mr. Olympia division have received an automatic qualification to the following year's Olympia. But after consulting with the IFBB Pro League, we have decided to make a change. Starting with this year's event, only the top 3 in the Mr. Olympia will automatically qualify for the following year's Olympia. We are making this change in an effort to add some additional star power to the various regional events held worldwide. This change is being made with the full support of the IFBB Pro League, as we all share an interest in maintaining a system that strengthens the events at all levels. Jake Wood, Olympia owner. Now, this is the interesting part. Note, with this change, it now means that the top 3 in all Olympia divisions will receive an automatic qualification to the following year's Olympia. So like I said, you guys, this absolutely changes the game. The goal, as it says, is to add some more, as they say, star power to the regular competition season. And you know, it most definitely will. Think about it this way. Last year doesn't really count, honestly, because in 4th place you had Brandon Curry, who was a Mr. Olympia, so he's automatically qualified for life. Same thing with Big Ramy in 5th place. But look at the year before that. Hunter Labrada coming in 4th place in 2021, he would have had to requalify. And how exciting was it to have Hunter on stage this year? And Nick Walker would have had to go back on that competitive scene. He would have had to requalify. He took 5th in 2021. Now that would have made for a very exciting competition season, you guys. I really think the Olympia and the IFBB are on the right track with this move, and I think that the fans are the ones that will really benefit the most from this. We want to see our favorite athletes compete more than once a year, and for the competitors, look, this could push anyone that has a fighting chance on that Olympia stage to push even harder to bring their best. The only thing about this is, it's kind of an interesting time to announce this rule change. I will say that. We had the implementation of the new classic weight caps this year. We had the men's physique weight caps and criteria changes made this year. And now the Olympia, in consultation with the IFBB Pro League, makes this big change. Now, those first 2 were made specifically by the IFBB Pro League. I just wanted to clarify that. But honestly, I would probably move to making these changes, once a year. Have an annual general meeting like any other professional organization would. And, keep it fair for the athletes to have an expectation as well, They don't change the rules in other professional sports when the athletes are just, preparing for the biggest competition of the year. I'm guessing not anyway. But you know what? Let me know what you guys think of this change in the comments below. Do you like this change? Do you think it should have been left at the top 5 to automatically qualify? Let me know in the comments below. Anyway, that's it for me in this video, you guys. Thank you for tuning in to EP09. Be sure to like and subscribe.